Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Toyin.
And welcome back to another episode of
Talking Spree.
Hi Toyin, how are you?
I'm good.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. This is 2019.
Woo-hoo! Okay, so today we're going to be talking about responding. Actually, we're going to be responding to the video we did for the interview with the young adults. So they actually told us how they felt about, us being parents. So we're gonna be responding to them.
Yeah, how they've been treated. They said a lot of things and then from the last interview, remember I said that I saw myself in everything they were saying. It's like it's so common to African parents. So even though we had like 5 kids, but I see like a whole lot of African culture in them. It's like we're so tight, we're so in tune to our culture. And remember they said one thing which I would feel like in this situation the parents are just being selfish, because one of the girls said, if my parents can change from wearing skirts from those days to now wearing pants, why can't they change some of their beliefs while they're in this country? Because I believe that Americans, they have laws and regulations that we have to follow. And if they can change and in tune themselves into these laws and regulations, why are they making the children feel like, oh, this is my culture and this is what I'm going to do?
See, it's a fact where the parents, that's how they grew up. So it's like a part of them, and there is something that they're used to all their lives. So it's kind of hard for them to switch from being one person to being the other, since that's how they grew up. If you understand what I'm saying.
I understand that's how they grew up.
So now they're in a different country, different rules, different laws, different way of life. And the kids, well, some of them are born here, some came when they were much younger. So now they're in a new country, new lifestyle, new culture. So now they can't do anything but to adapt maybe minority, some of the American culture. Not that they should totally disregard their African culture, or it doesn't have to be African, but wherever they're from. So it's so they gotta meet them like halfway. We gotta meet each other halfway, like compromise. So the parents gotta be like, you know what, listen, I'm in a new country, it's a different time and age. I think I have to change not everything, but some of the
like
things
maybe
that
they're thinking, they're
right,
reasoning.
exactly. So I just feel like everybody has to compromise.
And then another thing that that really worried me about what one of the girls says, not even one of them, I think all of them has the opinion about dating. About dating, and then at the end of the day, after their college or whatever, when they get to their like age in their mid-20s, they're expecting husband. But my own thought of that is that the parents have to realize that we are not open to so much of another, like the girls are not open to so many girls, so many boys, and the boys are not open to so many girls. They can go to school and not have any Nigerian in that school, and we are saying we are encouraging them to marry a Nigerian. So in this situation, it brings them like in a box. So at this point, I'm thinking like they should let them. I'm not saying they should start dating in their teens, but when it is the right time. What age do you think is the right age in this type of a situation?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. It depends on the maturity of the child, of the young adult.
Yes, as one of them said.
Right. So I would think after high school, going into college, I think that they should start exploring. Not a fact where that they have to be intimate with the person,
yes.
But they should actually go out and maybe go out together, go to dinner, go to the movies, get to know each other, talk, see if that's what they want, see if this person has the same goals, or do they have the same things in common, are they looking for the same thing, you know what I mean? So when they go out there into the actual real world, like they're in college or they go away, from home, it'll be easier because they understand. So they're not just gonna be jumping into something that they have no idea about. And that's how a lot of them, these young girls, they get hurt, because they have no idea what they're doing.
What they're doing.
You know what I mean?
They don't have a prior knowledge
exactly
of what it is. And then you mentioned something, and which one the girls said about maturity. If they're matured enough,
right?
Why not? Because at this point now, you making them to start dating in their 23s or in their mid 20s,
right?
And at the end of the day, they're gonna have a late marriage. Which one of the girls shared with us about one of their family friends, and I've seen a lot of that. Okay, I went to a church in Houston, and this lady and the couples came out. They wanted to get married, but from the response I got from the church members, I knew something wasn't right. So immediately I said, "Is she overdue?" So, and the members, I wasn't even thinking when I said it. Right. So they looked at me like, "What do you mean?" And then I didn't get the answer right there. The following day when we went back to the church, and they told me that she was in her 40s.
Wow.
She was in her 40s. Because they start late, because they don't have too many options. A whole lot of time we want to introduce them to like the opposite sex. A whole lot of time it doesn't work.
And then it's like they don't have an option because the first person that comes along, it's like they have to go for that person, whether they have something in common, whether they really like the person or not. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, you're already in your mid-20s, you need to get married. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for them to develop that relationship, getting to know that person and seeing if this is what they really want. So I think that they should start earlier, and not later. So just to, make sure that this is what they want, and they'll have a happy long, marriage.
Yeah, and then carry their, and then to encourage them to carry their parents along. But their parents have to show a form of, a sign of concern.
Right.
They have to show that I am here for you if you want to talk. Right. Not yelling, not putting this fear in them.
Not listening.
Not listening.
Whatever you have to say, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm your mother, I'm your father, I know, But your life is different. Because you have that for your life doesn't necessarily mean that your child is going to have the same life. I know you want your child to have a better life. But despite that fact, you have to kind of, meet them halfway and understand that this is a different generation from when we were growing up. So you have to kind of give them that space, to grow.
Yes.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, so they can be able to go off and enjoy their lives, go off and, enjoy their career, enjoy their marriages or relationships. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very important, because if that is not there, if they're not able to communicate with their parents, then it pushes them away. And then this is when they go out, make mistakes, and then they come back. Guess what? And when they make that mistake, now the parent listens.
Right, exactly.
Now the parent listens, now the parents are more concerned, now the parents want to be there.
Right.
And say, oh, we're going to go through this together, you had these issues, this is what is going on. No. You have to, like they say, you plan to fail, and you fail when you don't plan.
Exactly.
So this is what we have for parents. Give a listening ear, listen to them, let them have the free communication with you, so that when they get to this time of trying to go into a relationship, they will carry you along. You'll be able to tell them, bring the girl home, bring the boy home, let me see what you guys are into, and then you'll be able to lead them through.
Okay, what about the fact of women outnumbering men? What do you think about that?
Women outnumbering men. Yes, that is part of it.
Right.
In this, I've seen it all over the internet. Even in some countries, they're literally begging them to take another wives. And then you're gonna make this, take 2, 3, 4, 5 wives. Tanzania, Ghana, and some other countries like that. They're saying that the women are outnumbering men. And then we have some like percentage of women, even in America. And this is not a situation.
It's not a fact that women are outnumbering men. I think that it's a fact where some of our a lot of them are incarcerated. So that takes away that number of men that could be out there.
Yes, that makes sense.
Then
that makes
you
sense.
have the men who are gay, so they don't want women. So that takes away that fact also. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true. That's
exactly.
I do agree with you on that one.
The men who are in the military, they're away. A lot of them don't even get a wife until they're like they come back and they're like in their 30s, 40s, 50s. You know what I mean? So it's not. I don't really think that men outnumber women
just because they're giving back to men. Okay.
Exactly. So it's a fact where just that majority of our men, like not majority, but most of our men are like away. You know. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
Okay, that makes sense. At least for the first time. No, not for the first time. I agree with you.
Okay, what age do you think is appropriate for these young adults? I call them young adults to start dating, and also the parents should be more involved in their lives and give listening ears, which we talked about.
Yeah, which we talked about.
So
yes.
I said as long as they are mature enough. Some people
and the parents will know. The parents will know
right.
who is not matured. I have my sons. My sons had they're like 3 of them in the same age group.
Right.
And guess what? I know out of even not being their parents, I see them in church every Sunday, and I know who is more mature than the other.
Right. Exactly.
So at this point, you know your children. You know that okay, this child can go out there and make
right.
better choice.
Exactly.
And you know the child that needs that pruning, that needs that education,
right.
that needs that nurturing. So
right.
we know our children, we know when they are at that point.
Right, exactly. Yes, and the one thing that, occurred to me when the kids were talking about, you were asking them what their major was, in college, and did they choose their major because of what their parent wanted them to do. That was very interesting. Because most of them actually said, well, I chose it because, yes, my mom or my dad wanted me to or expect me to become a doctor. Maybe only one actually, maybe 1 or 2 of them only actually did what they wanted to do. And
I think it's only one.
No, there's another one that she's very smart. She wanted to be a doctor, but she chose what type of doctor she wanted to be. So that was really smart.
Like she can do. Oh, doctors are funny too.
Right.
Remember,
exactly.
and then doctors do comedy. Or doctors act too. I know that.
Right.
You see how parents they put all these things in there. Like
right.
you have to be in the health field.
Right.
They're not even talking about nurses. They have PhD nurses. They have nurse practitioners. Those are still. But it's like. All these big names, doctors, lawyers, engineers.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so, well, thank you again for joining us for another exciting episode. Please do not forget to comment, subscribe, and do share with your friends. Until another time.
This is Tony.
And I'm Kathy. Yeah, so, until the next.